Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation. And here we see, the narrative. It follows archaeologist adventurer Croft as she races to imprison the Egyptian god Set after accidentally setting him free. Gameplay features Lara navigating levels split into multiple areas and room complexes, fighting enemies and solving puzzles in order to progress. So production of The Last Revelation began back in 1998 due to the strain of developing Tomb Raider titles nonstop since 1996 and general fatigue with the character. The core design staff wrote the narrative to end with Laura's death. While the same basic engine was used, it was extensively redesigned for better graphics and more intelligent enemy behavior. The Dreamcast version emerged following the end of Sony's PlayStation exclusivity agreement with the company, the developer Eidos, I believe, Eidos Interactive. Um, the music was composed by Peter Connolly in his first major work on the series. So, this game, a lot of critics and a lot of gamers often cite Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation as the return to form for the classic series, trading the globe-trotting action for its predecessors for a deep atmospheric dive into Egyptian mythology. While, it was highly praised for its story and improved visuals at the time, modern retrospectives and the 2025 remastered version highlight a game that is both the most refined of the tank control era and one of the most punishingly difficult at the same time. There are some, key highlights that I've got to tell you guys. The homecoming vibe. After the urban environments of Tomb Raider 3, critics love the return to ancient tombs and catacombs. The singular Egyptian setting allowed for a more cohesive and dark narrative involving the god Set. The gameplay innovations. This entry introduced the ability to combine items in the inventory and featured interconnected levels, where solving a puzzle in one area might open a door several levels back. Um, I mean, the only downside to that is that you got to backtrack. But anyway, it also introduced teenage Laura in a mandatory tutorial set in Cambodia. There is some technical polish. The graphics were a significant step up from the first three games. Laura's model was smoothed out, removing the blocky joints, if you know what I mean. And the lighting engine added a lot of mood to the torch-lit caverns. So, when it comes to different platforms, here's something you should know. If you play this game on the PC, it's often considered the definitive version due to higher resolutions, better save management, and more stable performance. If you play this game on PlayStation, well, the PlayStation One, it received perfect or near perfect scores from enthusiastic press at launch, though some felt the hardware was being pushed to its absolute limit. Dreamcast was generally considered for poor optimization. Despite having better textures and real-life shadows, it suffered from choppy frame rates and awkward controls. And then last but not least, we have the 2025 remastered version, where it's praised as the strongest title in the fourth through the sixth collection, the remaster collection. The new modern controls and HD textures help migrate some of the 90s clunkiness. So if I were you, I would play this game on the PC. Because like I said, it's the definitive version. and it's the platform that a lot of people are comfortable with playing and are, it's like their primary default, if you will. Um, when it comes to criticisms with the game, there is the slog factor. Many, players, including myself, feel the game loses momentum in the middle Cairo section, which features heavy backtracking and confusing war-torn environments. There's also some obscure puzzles. Some puzzles are notoriously like difficult to solve without a guide, involving hieroglyphic translations and non-linear logic that can be very frustrating. Um, it was for me. And there's also rope physics. The rope swinging mechanic introduced in the game is famously flinky and difficult to control, and yeah, leading to many accidental deaths. And yeah, that happened like twice for me because of the stupid rope physics. You gotta like time it perfectly and precisely, and it's stupid and annoying. Um, but um, but as I said at the beginning of this video, there is the fun fact that the developers at Core Design were so exhausted by the yearly release schedule that they secretly decided to kill off Laura at the end of the game to try to end the franchise, which didn't work. Which didn't work because you got to keep milking that machine. You got to milk that business as usual. With the next sequel, the next installment of the franchise. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Overall, I do love its return to form, but it has a lack of major innovation. It the series was becoming stale, and yeah, the Dreamcast port was just horrible with its poor technical performance compared to the other platforms. If I were you, I play this game on the PC, as I explained. But anyway, that's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe because that will help me and my YouTube channel out a lot. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.